Hello, Sanmonani. Welcome to Matchday TV. Finally, South African football is back with the Betway Premiership set to kickstart in the 14th of September, and it's time to make our prediction for the 2024-2025 season. And we're starting with the last position or someone who will get a straight relegation. I think this season we are going to see some magic things happening, but the team that will be going straight into relegation, I think it will be Polokwane City, because I've seen that they haven't made so many changes or purchases buying new players in, and also they are set to lose Apolis by the demands that Kaizer Chiefs is making and putting an offer of 10 million at the table. So if they lose Apolis, I think they'll lose a great deal of their attacking force, which is in Premier League you need goals. And I think for them they will need a lot of goals because they will be fighting for recreation. So in the 16th position I have Polokwane City going straight into the lower league. In 15th position I think Marumo Galant with Dan Malisela. I think they would have a difficult start, but I think if they keep Dan Malisela for the whole season, they will survive the drop or going to relegation. I think they will survive going to position number 15. So let's jump straight into the top 8 of us. Straight from the 15th position to top 8, which will be playing the MTN 8 for the following season. So in the position number 8 we have Amazulu. I predict that Amazulu will go into top 8 because they've brought in Usenzo Ndlovu, which is a prolific striker. I think the coach Pablo Franco, I think if I'm not mistaken, I think this is his second season. I think he has adjusted to things. There were a few games where they played good last season, but they also fell short in some few games. So I think with the changes or the purchases that they've brought in, I think they will survive or make it into the top 8 position. In position number 7 I have Sikukune, if I'm not mistaken. I have Sikukune position in number 7. I think it's one of those teams which they can beat at any team in the league, but I think this time around they will stay or get into position number 7. Position number 6 I have okay, I've added sports here. Okay, Super Sports position, I think they'll get a position number 7. Let's remove Sikukune. Position number 7 going for Super Sports United. I think Kevin Hunt will just survive. As a team, you can't survive for long with losing so many players, key players that you keep selling, and then you don't put back players who will make or balance the squad even more. So with that being said, position number 6, I think Cape Town City will stay in position number 6. Also another team that is such in kind of the bracket of the teams that are like feed their teams to the big 3 of the league. That's the likes of Kaizer Chiefs, Mamelodi Sundowns and Orlando Pirates. Like they sell their important players to the big teams of the league. So I think with them they have the ability of bringing in young talent. I don't know why, but with Cape Town teams, they are able to bring in new talent. They are identifying teams or scouting teams are very good at that. So I think Cape Town City will go into position number 6. Position number 5, as you've seen the thumbnail, I would think Kaizer Chiefs will end up in position number 5 for this season of the 2024-2025 season, because they have a new coach, they have a new system which is still yet to be tested, but I think there were a glimpse of them against the Yanga. Obviously, the other games they have played in indoors and we've only seen the results. But I think with the new coach, the new technical team, and also the players that they are bringing in, I think they will have quality to at least live or finish in the 5th position of the league. And then position number 4, I have TS Galaxy. TS Galaxy, they've also made massive changes, or they've brought in a lot of players for the new season of the 2024-2025 season. Just after the FIFA ban was lifted for them to buy or bring in players, they brought in 10 players. So you can imagine that a team that brings in 10 players, they're bringing a lot of change into their dress room or into their squad. So I think with the coach, a very brave coach, we saw what he went head to head with Roland in the last season. So this new coming season, I think they'll get a position number 4. Position number 3, I think Stellenbosch. I predict that Stellenbosch will get position number 3 because Stellenbosch this season they are also in the Confederation League or Cup, if I'm not mistaken. But they also have CAF on their side, and they've also lost a few players which were key players to their squad. So I think with that being said, they will struggle at times, but Steve Barker has a good eye and the ability to set up the team. So I think they'll leave or retain their position on the third spot for the league. Then position number 2, I predict that Mamelodi Sundowns will finish in position number 2, simply because they still have the know-how in terms of the players that were there for them to win the league, and also that the reason that they lose the league this season is because they are still going to find it difficult, or the changes from moving from Rulani to Mangabamneti, then they are still trying to find their groove, but once they find their groove, I still believe that they will be able to beat many teams in the league. So for them, they get position number 2 in my prediction. And then position number 1, the winners of the league, I predict that Orlando Pirates will win the league, simply because we have seen how they have started the season. Barely just started, but they've played a quality of number of games. We've seen quality players stepping up again. We've seen new players or players that were there, but they didn't have the spotlight that much. The likes of Talendem, but the likes of the names that are coming up now, but they were there in the previous season. So I believe that they have the team spirit that Coach Rivero has built around the team, and also they've also added to their squad the likes of Van Rooyen, the likes of Gilberto, which they still have yet to pay. They still have a ton of quality on the pitch, their starting 11, and also off the pitch. I think they have a lot of quality. So for them, I predict that Orlando Pirates will win the league, or they win the new Betway Premiership title. But also on the question is, what happens when they win the Betway Premiership? Like, what's the prize money? Obviously, we've had the launch from Betway Premiership, which I think it was an underwhelming launch for such a sponsor, because they only launched the slogan of the league, which is Isekazini Forever. So I think it was a miscalculation or an under par launch just to launch only the slogan, because at we sitting at this point in time, we still have no prize money of how much is the league worth. So if I predict that Orlando Pirates win the league, how much are they winning? And also the title itself, the trophy, we need a new trophy. I think everyone will, besides Mamelodi Sundowns, will be glad that we'll be getting a new trophy. So we still don't have the prize money, we still don't have the trophy that's coming up along. So those are the 2 major questions that I have for you guys. So what do you think about the prediction? Leave your predictions down below, and also what do you think is the prize money for Betway Premiership if they win the title? And then the last question is for the fans. There is a buzzing feeling that since we have a new sponsor, we will be able to get fans back to stadiums, or that the sponsor is moving in that direction, that they will be making ways to get fans back. So even with that, I still worried or trying to think of other ways that Betway has been doing, even with the cricket, the likes of cricket, with the awards and the prize money. Obviously, as South Africans, we like free gifts, so I look forward to what they bring in order to entice the fans to come more to the stadium and get more bums onto seats. So that's it for me. Thank you for watching the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and leave your comments, leave your prediction for the top 3 or the top 8 of the league. Thank you, and see you in the next one. Sharp sharp.